We are kicking things off with the Boston Celtics and the shocking fallout from their recent playoff exit. We dive into the Parquet Report, where we examine why Baylor Scheierman was watching the Celtics lose 3 straight games to the Philadelphia 76ers, dissecting the clutch performance and the critical comments from Celtics TV analyst Brian Scalabrine about the team's arrogance. From reports on a former Celtics player signing with LSU to intense trade rumors involving Giannis Antetokounmpo, find out what the Celtics need to do this offseason and what the future holds for Boston. A recent analysis of the Boston Celtics playoff exit suggests that the team's failure to advance beyond the first round was less a matter of bad luck and more a consequence of overconfidence and a lack of necessary clutch performance. The author reflected on the team's trajectory, noting that while key players like Jayson Tatum returned early and Jaylen Brown posted strong numbers, the overall outlook leaned toward an experimental year for the team under coach Joe Mazzulla. The Celtics entered the series with a 3-game lead over the Philadelphia 76ers, but ultimately lost 3 straight games, ending their playoff run. The author questioned whether this was a coincidence, suggesting that fan sentiment often seeks to blame minor moments for such a significant outcome. Key turning points in the series highlighted significant struggles. In Game 5, despite a 13-point lead, the Celtics lost by 16 points, marked by a poor shooting performance, with the Sixers center Joel Embiid scoring 33 points and the Celtics shooting only 28% from 3. Similar struggles were evident in Game 6, where Tyrese Maxey scored 30 points while Boston shot just 29% from 3, with no Boston player exceeding 18 points. Game 7 showcased the most frustrating performance, with the Sixers controlling the game, leading 99-98 in the final 4 minutes, while the Celtics managed only 2 points. This performance underscored a deeper issue than just individual matchups. Celtics TV analyst Brian Scalabrine pointed to a major flaw in the team's era, an arrogance that they believed winning would be easy. Scalabrine argued that the Sixers played tough, capitalizing on Embiid's return and the performance of their veterans and young stars. The Celtics' tendency to blow multiple double-digit leads was attributed to this overconfidence. Statistical analysis revealed a significant issue in the team's clutch performance. The Celtics had a subpar record in games decided in the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime, winning only 16 of 33 such games. In these close contests, their shooting efficiency, 29% from the field and 25% from 3, was significantly below their regular season averages, indicating a lack of the necessary clutch factor. The author concluded that the team was not prepared for an NBA Finals run, emphasizing that the team was not necessarily lacking in talent, but lacked the experience and composure to close out tight games. The takeaway from the season, despite the disappointment, was a validation of coach Joe Mazzulla's coaching ability and the importance of maintaining low expectations for future success. The perennial question of whether LeBron James could join the Boston Celtics this offseason has resurfaced, sparking debate among fans and analysts alike. James has long been a significant figure in Boston sports history, often viewed as a rival to the franchise, dating back to the Ubuntu-era teams featuring Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. His presence has historically been cited as a barrier for rising stars like Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown in reaching the NBA Finals from the East during his stints with the Cleveland Cavaliers and Miami Heat. The potential acquisition of James raises complex questions about the impact on the Celtics' competitiveness. Speculation centers on whether adding James would provide a significant boost to the team's championship aspirations. Furthermore, the article probes the crucial element of fan reception. Would Boston fans be willing to embrace a player with such a storied, and sometimes contentious, history with the franchise? The discussion highlights the ongoing tension between historical rivalry and potential on-court success for the Celtics. The Detroit Pistons face a pivotal offseason as they assess the aftermath of their recent postseason performance, with questions surrounding Jaylen Brown's contract status, inconsistent bench play, and the urgent need for a reliable second option. However, the standout positive from the team's playoff run has been Cade Cunningham, whose MVP-caliber season solidified him as the cornerstone around whom the franchise can build a title contender. Cunningham's individual performance, highlighted by impressive postseason averages of 28.1 points, 7.5 assists, and 5.1 rebounds, coupled with strong shooting metrics, demonstrated his capability when the pressure was highest. While his first-round playoff exit raised questions about his potential to lead a team to a championship, his performance proved he possesses the necessary star power. Despite the disappointing outcome of the playoff run, the team has a clear foundation. Reports indicate the Pistons are planning an aggressive, star-hunting offseason, with Trey Murphy III of the New Orleans Pelicans emerging as a potential target. Regardless of the specific personnel moves, the consensus is clear. Detroit must aggressively pursue talent to surround Cunningham with players who can elevate the team and secure a championship. With Cunningham confirmed as the team's central figure, the path forward involves taking decisive action to find the necessary support system. Noi Dung Kai Tight. The Boston Celtics are navigating a pivotal offseason, facing intense speculation regarding major roster moves, potential trades, and internal dynamics. Reports indicate a significant push to explore high-impact acquisitions, with some analysts suggesting the team might need a Giannis-sized move to contend for a championship. The pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo remains a central theme, with sources suggesting Shams Charania expects this pursuit to carry through the offseason, leading to detailed discussions on the potential trade of Jaylen Brown for the superstar. The team's future hinges on strategic decisions. There is significant chatter about potential trade scenarios, including specific pitches to swap Jaylen Brown for Giannis, as well as considerations for other high-profile moves, with insiders suggesting the Celtics may have already initiated contact regarding LeBron James' free agency. Furthermore, the team's performance and playoff positioning are under scrutiny, with recent West Finals games serving as a stark reality check, prompting calls for the Celtics to explore every path this summer. On the player front, the narrative surrounding Jaylen Brown continues to dominate the conversation. His interactions with media figures, including sharp exchanges with Stephen A. Smith, highlight ongoing tensions. Meanwhile, the organization is also looking at player development and roster adjustments, with reports surfacing about former Celtics players seeking opportunities, including one former two-way wing signing with LSU. There is also speculation about coaching stability, with questions raised about Joe Mazzulla's trajectory following the postseason. Beyond the internal maneuvering, the broader NBA landscape is also influencing Boston. Discussions are circulating about proposed reforms to the draft lottery aimed at curbing team tanking, and the emergence of global superstars like Victor Wembanyama, whose performance in the West Finals has forced a reevaluation of the Celtics' championship window. Finally, the media environment itself is a talking point, with Jaylen Brown's comments on sports media being cited as reflecting a larger crisis in sports coverage. The Celtics' leadership is tasked with balancing these high-stakes rumors with long-term strategic planning to reshape their championship aspirations.